My most embarrassing moment. It was December 27th, 2004, and I was in Dover, Delaware at Slam Dunk to the Beach Invitational Christmas Tournament. Every year, my high school basketball team would get invited to multiple different tournaments during Thanksgiving break, Christmas break, and this year, in 2004, got invited to be a reserve for the varsity team. I was still on JV, but if something happened to someone that was on varsity, I would be able to play. So I did get to go on the trip. So when nobody had gotten hurt, I ended up just being a manager for the trip, and I would just collect all the jerseys and did pretty much whatever the coach told me to do. In this particular day, coach had got angry. The team had lost, and he basically just took up everybody's cell phone and got rid of all outside communications. I was the person who ended up with the entire team's cell phones. I had them in a black backpack. So I had them for the whole day. Everything was going fine. Pretty much nobody was allowed to touch the cell phones but me. So after we had practice that day, we ended up going to McDonald's to get us something to eat. And we ended up actually eating in McDonald's. The whole team plus a couple of the parents. It was really a lot of us. We had a whole bus full. When we left McDonald's, we came back to the hotel. We had a team meeting. Then we had practice again. And after that, the coach let everybody go their separate ways, and we were done with business for the day. So at that time, once we ended the second practice, everyone could have their cell phones back. But what do you know? I do not have my black backpack. Every cell phone for every single person on the team had been lost. I was panicking. I didn't know what to do. I tried to get a taxi just to retrace my steps to go back to McDonald's to see what was going on. Coach didn't let me get a taxi. So I called him. I gave him a call and to see what was going on. Did anybody leave a black bag with about 30 cell phones in it? I said, no, I don't see any black backpacks or anything like that. I called the gym where practice was. They hadn't seen anything. And by this time, I was just really in a panic. I didn't know what to do. I hadn't told Coach yet. I was just debating on like, man, I need to find these cell phones. So, long story short, I didn't find the cell phones. So I was forced to go to Coach's office, or Coach's room, let me say, and let him know what was going on. So I knocked on the door, and for some reason this time it was Coach, our assistant coach. Everybody was in the room. I'm like, why did everybody have to be in the room right now, at this very moment? You just only can imagine what was going through my head. So I told Coach, I said, I have a problem. I need to speak with you. He said, what's going on? I said, well, I've kind of misplaced everybody's cell phone. I kept it in one black bag. I was trying to be responsible. I apologize. I really don't know what to do though. And so the coach really starts going in on me, just saying, how did you do this? I thought you were more responsible than this. I just don't understand how you misplaced 32 cell phones. I'm talking about he is really grilling me. I'm feeling real uncomfortable. I'm answering the questions. He's still disappointed, just really mad at me for losing everyone on the team's cell phone, and I'm not even playing. I was just invited up here in case someone got hurt, and I've lost everybody's outside communicate means to outside communication. So when all the dust cleared and he settled down, he came at me before I walked out the room. He was like, "Hey, wait. Here are the cell phones right here. You left them at McDonald's. The lady ran out right before we got on the bus and told us that someone left a black bag and never belonged to us." And I was just getting you. I'm not even mad at you. I've had them all day. I hadn't even been worried about it. But you just made it this easy for me, so I just had no choice but to participate. At that moment, I had to have been the most embarrassed person in the world because I was really freaking out. I was really didn't know what to do. Look, I thought I was about to have a nervous breakdown. But that is my most embarrassing moment. Losing my entire team's cell phones at one time and having no clue for the entire day how I was going to get them back. Thanks a lot for your time. Look forward to seeing you soon.